everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena if you are new here. So today's video is going to be about well-being. What is well-being? Why have many of us not achieved it? Every concept and every emotion and every describing word, adjective if you will, is on a stick. And with a stick, there are two ends of a stick. So if we take the word well-being, well-being is one word. Well-being is a concept. Other words that are similar to well-being are ease, love, fulfillment. But the main word we are focusing on right now is well-being. So what would be at the opposite end of the stick of well-being? On the opposite end of the stick of well-being would be disease. It would be unwell. So I'm pairing well-being with ease on this stick, and then on the opposite end there's dis-ease, disease. We were born beings of love, and as a being of love, we were born into this body. We were born as an embodiment of well-being. We were born as an embodiment of creation. We were born as the eternal beings of love. So we naturally fall under this category of well-being. We naturally fall into this category of love because we are beings of love. When we were born with well-being. So why is it that in today's day and age, many of the world's population, so much of the society, so many of these individuals are filled with disease, whether it be health related, like physical health, like injuries or pains or heart problems or chronic illness or whatever type of bodily pain, or whether it be a mental disease such as depression or anxiety or bipolar disorder or etc. Many people are living today with disease. When we were born into well-being, we were born into love, we were born into ease. My question, why is it that so many of us are not on this end of the stick, but are instead over here giving the disease the attention, focusing and dwelling upon our pains and sorrows? The answer, the reason why so many of us are focused upon disease instead of well-being when we were all born into ease and well-being, isn't because as we get older we develop disease. The only reason that as we get older we develop disease is because one, we have formed this mindset to believe that, and whatever we believe will come true. And two, we want attention. And the way that humans connect in this day and age isn't relating on the positive aspects of life, because so many of us have forgotten what well-being feels like. So many of us are afraid to love. So instead of relating on loving one another and relating on well-being, we relate on the pain of the world. We relate on our sorrows. It almost seems as though whoever has the biggest sorrow wins in life in this day and age, because people who are friends or people in a community, or just when there's a group of people and you're talking and communicating and connecting with one another, instead of connecting on love, we connect on drama. We connect on drama because we want to get the attention of these other people. We connect on drama because if we express our dramas and our hurts and our sorrows, then people will feel bad for us, or people will give us the attention that we want. Even if you really feel that you are not wanting attention, you don't need other people's help, even if you strongly feel this way, deep down, it is because we crave attention from other people, because we're humans and that is what humans need. We need attention from other people. However, we need attention from other people in the form of love, in the form of well-being. We are meant to connect with other people through love. We are meant to connect to other people through positivity. Instead, we're connecting to other people through our dramas. And it's almost like it's become a competition, because at this day and age, the person who has the deepest sorrows, the person who has the bigger issue, gets more attention because more people are focused on them, and the drama gets bigger and bigger, and these people are just looking at this person and they're like, oh my goodness, how'd she get herself into this mess? Or whatever, or oh, I'm so sorry if you need anything, like whatever. But that isn't positive energy. Even though you're giving support and love, that's real good. But talking about the issue over and over and over again, and connecting to other people and allowing them to bring up their issues, that's usually what happens, and that's why we do this thing of talking about our dramas, because when we talk about our dramas, we can connect with others. So if a woman talks about how bad her life is with her group of people, then this other woman will be like, oh, me too, I know what you're talking about, I had the same experience, this happened and so did that. And then another woman will be like, oh my goodness, wow, that happened to me the other day, I cannot believe this society, or like whatever, like, you know, it'll get everyone all worked up, and then you're all connecting and bonding, but you are failing to realize that you're connecting and bonding over not positive things. And the reason that you're failing to realize this is because this is what is seen as normal. It's seen as normal to connect with other people through talking about what is wrong in the world, because this is the way that we've created our lives. We've created our lives so that there is so much wrong in it that it's hard for some people to look at the positives. It's hard for some people to say that there's any positives in their lives. Even though we were born on this end of the stick, we were born into well-being. Because we want attention and we want to connect with other people, we fell into the trap of creating our own dramas and expressing them and being stuck in them. And when you are stuck on this end of the stick, when you're stuck on the end of disease and drama and sorrows, that is what you are going to attract. When you talk about all of the negative experiences in your life over and over and over again, you're gonna attract more into your life. And when you allow other people to connect and say, oh, me too, like that was negative experiences are coming into their life too, because they're already, like, they're feeling it, you're feeling it. It's an interesting way to live. The reason we continue to do this, even though it doesn't feel good, is because now it has become a habit. And a habit is when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're not aware of it. So the way to change this or to fix this is to become mindful of what you are doing, what you are saying, and what you are thinking and feeling. Through this mindfulness, you can change these habits, and you can instead focus on this end of the stick. You can instead focus on the positivity, on the clarity, on the well-being that you are meant to express. You can vow to yourself to never speak about anything negative ever again. It will slip up. You are a human. That's okay. But when things like that do slip up, you don't have to beat yourself up for it, because that is more negativity. So instead, you can just accept it, stand strong and firm with where you are, and move on and correct it with a positive thought. And pretty soon you will start changing the way that you are speaking and thinking and feeling, and in doing this you will be attracting more positive things into your life, because you are only vocalizing the things that make you happy. It is so important to talk about the things that make you happy, because in doing so, in talking about the things that make you happy, you start to feel happy. In talking about the concept of happiness, in talking about the concepts of positivity and things that bring people or you joy, this creates momentum, and the momentum can go on and on and on and on and on in positivity, just as it can in negativity. But we don't want to dwell on that. We want to look over here. So talk about the things that make you happy, because in doing so, it'll make you happy. And in making you happy and making you feel happy, when you feel happy, you're going to attract the things that make you feel happy. More and more and more and more and more things that bring you joy are going to come into your life because you're attracting them. It's all real good. We love the law of attraction. So, where I was going with this is that we can correct the disease and illness, whether it's mental or physical, by focusing on the opposite end of the stick. And the opposite end of the stick is love and well-being and ease. So instead of giving the attention to your illness or to your sorrows, instead of talking about these things, if you instead talk about the things that make you happy and bring you ease and make you feel the feelings of well-being and love, the disease will go away. When you no longer give something attention, it starts to fade out of your life, and what you do give attention starts to rise into your life. That's why people who are focused on disease and are not focused on well-being, the well-being starts to fade. The disease becomes more prominent. In this case, when I'm speaking about disease, specifically in my mind, I'm thinking about chronic illness, like pains in the body, or mental illness. But this disease can mean anything that is unsatisfying. That's just what I'm thinking of specifically, but it can mean anything that is unsatisfying. So if you instead do the opposite thing, focus on well-being, this is what will rise and the disease will soon disintegrate. Do not focus on, I want to get rid of my disease, I want to fight my disease, I want my disease to go away. Because you're still giving the disease the energy and attention. Even though the attention is saying, I want it to go away, I want to fight it, these aren't positive words. The word fight isn't positive, so it isn't going to bring positive things into your life, and the word disease itself already lowers your vibration and already brings you into that feeling. You don't want to use the word that you're trying to avoid and get out of your life. You don't want to focus on that, even if you're focusing on the getting rid of it. Because in the focusing on the getting rid of it, you won't be getting rid of it, you'll be attracting it into your life because your focus is still on this thing. It doesn't matter that you're trying to get rid of it. If your focus is on this thing, it will rise. So instead, I know I've said this a lot of times, but instead, focus on ease. Focus on positivity and love and well-being. We were born to love. We were born to feel eternal. We were born to exist in this life filled with happiness. We were born to uplift each other. We were born to inspire one another. We were born to become aware of the gods and goddesses that we are. We were born to thrive. We were born to thrive. We were born to live abundantly. We were born to express ourselves and live in divine happiness. We were born to love, to heal, and to thrive. So focus on these feelings and learn or start to connect with one another through positive feelings, through feelings of love. Learn to connect through things that make you all happy. Talk about the good coincidences that happened in your day. Talk about the wonderful cereal that you had for breakfast. Talk about the mango that you had the other day that was just at its perfect ripeness and you couldn't believe how tasty it was, even if it was like a week ago. Talk about the good things, because I promise you will attract more in the feeling of feeling positive by talking about such things. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in for this video. Talk about the things that make you happy. Talk about the things that make you feel good. Let's rise. I love you all, and I hope that you have a wonderful day or night. Bye.